Good morning, children. I'm Dr. Brown. I'm the voice you hear on the announcements every day. It's a pleasure to welcome you in for our Veterans Day Assembly for our youngest students, kindergartners. It's your first time, guess what? It's mine too. So we're gonna get to know what this is all about, but you've gotta be really good listeners as an audience, okay? So we're gonna get started. We are going to start this assembly with the Pledge of Allegiance, which we do every morning here at Springhurst. I am going to invite some students up. When you hear your name, can you please join Dr. Brown up here, okay? Isaac, Ilani, Dominic, DJ Gill, Jillian, Killian, Barrington, Sydney Burgess, Matthew Brady's, Connor Spadaro, Luke Libby, and Caroline Capasso. Thank you for joining me. And now I'm going to invite all the children to stand up for the Pledge of Allegiance. And if you participate, you can put your right hands over your hearts. And we're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance together. One. Oh, I have to wait because I don't think all our friends are ready. This is serious business when we say the Pledge of Allegiance to our flag, okay? 1, 2, 3. Thank you, and please be seated. What a beautiful job. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to invite Ms. Cole it's Mr. Hertzberg to come up, and we have a special string quartet performance.
Good morning, students. We have 4 very talented and hardworking orchestra students here. This is Viviana, Tyra, Julian, and Cassidy, and they're going to play America.
And now we have a special song to dedicate to you called the Veterans March. We're going to stand very quietly.
to that beautiful performance. Round of applause again for you. I hope that put a smile on your face. I'm gonna echo. So, children, we have a day off tomorrow. Right? Yeah. So listen up, listen, okay? This is the reason why. See all these men on the stage? They are veterans, and you're going to learn a little bit more about what that means. So when you're off tomorrow in observance of Veterans Day, which is actually on Saturday, it's because there were brave men and women who served in different branches of the Army or the military or the Air Force, who made the ultimate sacrifice so that we can be safe in the United States of America. So even though it's really fun that we have a day off, there's a significance, there's an important reason why. So that's why we're having this assembly today. So as you marched today to show your respect and honor for their bravery, their valor, this is the reason why we have them here today. So Veterans Day is celebrated on November 11th every year in the United States, and it's our opportunity to honor America's veterans who have served in the American military. On Veterans Day, it's especially important to show extra appreciation and gratitude for their patriotism, their love of our country, and their willingness to serve and to sacrifice time away from their families, being in a foreign country where they may not know the language or know the culture and the foods. It's a pretty big deal, and all of them did that. So at this time, I would like to introduce the veterans and have them stand and wave. They also have students or family members here at Springhurst who also get to stand and be recognized. Why? Because family members also sacrifice time away from people they love, and they miss them, and they miss out on birthdays and Halloween and other family traditions. So we also want to recognize the children and the family members, okay? So at this time, when I say the name, the veteran will stand and the child will also stand, or the family member. Ben Alani, first grader, Isaac Alani, U.S. Air Force. Marvin Wynn, first grader, Dominic DJ Gill. And his job was the expected air class for the U.S. Air Force as an airman sergeant. Thank you. Sergeant Frank Farrington, kindergartner, Killian Farrington. And Sergeant Farrington is U.S. Army. John Short, first grader, Connor Spadaro, U.S. Air Force Air Traffic Controller, supporting the 48th Fighter Wing Liberty Squadron in England. And we love hugs. Sean Burgess, second grader, Sydney Burgess, U.S. Navy for 6 years, operating nuclear reactors on an aircraft carrier. Is Sydney too shy to stand? Okay, she can sit and wave. That's okay. Thank you. It's a lot of pressure to stand in a large audience. We understand. Frank Libby, first grader Luke Libby, U.S. Army. Come on up. Graduated from West Point, flew in ambulances in Stuttgart, Germany, with the 421st Air Ambulance Company as a rescue pilot at Fort Meade, and also served as a National Guard helicopter pilot. Joe Capasso, second grader Caroline Capasso, U.S. Air Force. I see you, Jacket Caroline. Brian Cates, first grader Matthew Paredes, U.S. Army. captain in the military police and served at Checkpoint Charlie in the Berlin Wall. And last but not least, this is someone that you are all familiar with. He helps to keep, is there someone else in this? Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, I forgot one person, so I have to rewind. Okay. Bill Florin. Oh, how could I forget Bill? We're new friends. Bill is the commander of the Dobbsbury American Legion Post. U.S. National Guard, 29 years. Thank you, Bill. Okay. Now this is someone you do know. He helps to keep Springhurst safe. You know who is it? You're right. Now I need you to settle down. Put your listening ears on so you can hear all about Security Bob. I think you're going to find it really interesting to hear what he did before he was security. You ready? I'll know you're ready. I'll know you're ready when I don't hear any other voices. Let me see. Security Bob's name is Robert Lee, and he's our very own Springhurst security guard. He proudly served as a member of the United States Army. Robert joined the Army and was assigned to their elite unit, 1st Division, also known as the Big Red One, where he was eventually promoted to sergeant. This unit was a special forces unit that was responsible for rescuing captured U.S. soldiers during the Vietnam War. Sergeant Lee and his Special Forces unit were responsible for many successfully executed missions, resulting in the recovery of captured U.S. soldiers. During his time in Vietnam, Sergeant Lee and his camp were eventually overtaken by Vietnamese forces, resulting in Sergeant Lee becoming a prisoner of war. He was eventually rescued by other members of the United States Special Forces. Sergeant Lee would go on to receive numerous medals and accolades for his honorable and courageous service to his country. We can give Sergeant Lee a round of applause. Security Bob. And let's give all the veterans a round of applause. Thank you. Okay, so now I'm going to call 3 students up to read questions. I received lots of questions. Oh, it was a really tough decision for Dr. Brown to choose, but because of time, we can only select 3 students. When you hear your name, can you join me up here and stand next to me? Cassandra Gomez-Steva, Danny Lenine, Katie Kazusko. Come on up and you're going to get to ask your questions.
Why do you need to wear camouflage suits?
I guess I got to answer that. The main reason is to basically conceal you from the enemy. So you're supposed to, I don't right now blend in, but you blend into your environment. So over the course of time, that camouflage pattern changes to mirror whatever environment you're in. So you can be seen as little as possible by somebody on the other side. Does that make sense?
Are you proud to be a veteran?
Dad was in the service. My dad spent 29 years in the Navy. He was in 3 wars, the first World War II, Korean War, and 4 tours in Vietnam. I came into the service the later half of Vietnam. I was an aircraft inspector. And yes, I enjoyed serving my country. I considered it an honor.
hard is to be a veteran?
How hard is it to be a veteran?
It's not hard at all. You're proud of what you've done. And when you were in the service, a lot of the times you were in different countries and you got to see a lot of different things. So it's very proud. We're very proud, and it isn't hard at all.
Thank you, students, for asking the questions and veterans for answering. At this time, I would like to let the veterans know that you have some cards. The children will come up and read them for you. Children, when you hear your name, can you join me up here to read your card? William Broach and Promise Vincent. Come on up. Amelia Quinn Santana. Isabel Hamlin. And Olivia Chaput. Everybody come up.
Dear veteran, we are so thankful for your protection. You are helpful, brave, strong, and kind. Thank you for trying your hardest. You are our hero.
Thank you. This is the benefit to veterans.
Thank you, veterans.
Thank you. Thank you, veterans.
Thank you, veterans.
Thank you, veterans.
Takes a lot of courage to come up in front of you. It's not easy, right? It's not easy for Dr. Brown, so thank you for being brave. At this time, veterans, next to your chairs, there are lots of cards oozing with love and cheer and happiness from our youngest learners, so we hope you'll enjoy those. Thank you. One more. Oh, he didn't come up. I called him. Oliver? Did I miss you, Oliver? Come on up, Oliver.
Dear veterans, thank you for protecting our country. We appreciate all of your hard work. You are so brave for joining the armed forces. You are awesome. Thank you for fighting for justice, peace, and freedom. From Oliver.
Take a breath. Thank you. All right, we're almost back in. Veterans, on behalf of the Springhurst students, faculty and staff, the cabinets, superintendent cabinet, the entire Springhouse community, we thank you for your courage, your ultimate sacrifice for protecting the freedoms we enjoy here in the United States. We do not take that for granted. We all watch the news and we certainly say thank you. All right, so we're almost there, I promise. Lots of thank yous. First, like the kindergartners or any child who's new to Springhurst, this is Dr. Brown's first assembly. And the job I did is because I had a lot of help, like tons of it. And Miss Houlihan and Miss Moshe did a lot of organization, coordinating, and behind the scenes work to make this successful. So can we give them a round of applause? Thank you so much for being such wonderful partners. There are other people who help, so listen so we can clap for them. Ms. Del Pilar, Ms. Paraglia, Mr. Bastone, Bill, my new friend from the American Legion. Bill, we're good friends now, right? Mr. Cole and Ms. Hertzberg for their beautiful selections. Oh my gosh. Miss Galati, Mr. C, Miss Barbara Hewitt, and your students for making the beautiful boxes where we collected cards for the veterans. All of you and all of the Springhurst faculty and staff for showing your fantastic patriotic spirit for all the red, white, and blue. Anna Farrington and the PTSA for the balloon arch, our custodial and clerical staff, and last but not least, who do you think we should give a big thank you to? The veterans. Let us all after 3 say thank you. 1, 2, 3. Amazing, amazing. We're gonna